Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. So here we are. Obviously, when you look at this movie, this big scale film. Were you prepared to know what you were getting into?
Yes. I didn't know that it was going to be quite this big and quite this epic, because it truly is the definition of the word epic. But I definitely knew after watching the first movie that this was something magical, and along with the love and the power of the world watching it, I knew that the second one was going to be pretty unique and a special experience to be a part of. Yeah, I didn't quite realize how massive it was going to be, though. Watching it was like really quite shocking, just the world that got folded out even more. It's incredible.
And there's yourself. Obviously, there was little of you in the first one, but here you're all over the place, which is great, So what's coming on, for those who haven't read the book, we like to assume everybody's read the book. No, it's too dense.
Yeah.
We like to go to the cliff notes. What are we getting from your character this time around?
I felt like, I felt so lucky to even be a part of the first one, but again, it was just kind of these brief moments through Paul's visions, and most of my work was even shot like during reshoots. So I was like in California. I didn't get the full experience of being able to be, or the full Dune experience, right? Being able to be with the crew and be there on these incredible sets. So the second time around, I was just so excited to dive back in, because the character, I think while she does stay true to, I think, what is in the text, there is also something I think that Denis carved out for her when it comes down to her personal convictions and her strength and her relationship with Paul. I think making that even more complicated and I think difficult for her to process and understand. So I don't know. For me, it was a gift to be able to come back and do this again and have more time with the character and talk to Denis about who she is and what we wanted for her. I just, again, lucky to be there.
How did you want to play the character you're playing outside of the script, and what's in the text that make it your own?
That's a good question. I think the best thing that I was rewarded was pacing. I think the script leads to a place where you're not sure, where the audience isn't sure, and you're not quite aware of how much she knew and how much she didn't know. And I think that was something that I really enjoyed playing. I think when I read the script, I didn't quite realize how many moments there were of her constantly clocking and tracking and being aware and being calculated. And then I actually reread it again. I was like, oh my God, she's always awake, and she's always waiting and watching. And I think for me, just pacing her and not feeling like I needed to thump her through the screen as being this powerful, strong-willed person. I wanted her to grow, and I wanted her to end up somewhere else. So that's probably what I put in, keeping her measured and keeping her,
Having worked with Denis on this big project right here, what is it you're getting from his direction, skill set-wise, that helps you as an actress moving forward?
Oh man, so many things. I think he's brilliant, but I think for me, what I admire the most is, I think, the way he treats his crew, the way he treats his creative partners, from the cast to wardrobe, hair, makeup. Everybody feels like they are equally respected, equally taken care of, listened to, and appreciated for their work and their contribution. And I think that only allows people, or makes people, want to work harder and be better at their craft and give more. So I think for me, at least, I just really appreciate the way he, the way he creates this environment on set of gratitude and respect, and I think that just trickles down, and everybody brings that, and that's the best way to be able to do your work, when you feel like you're in a safe place to do so.
Appreciate it. Congrats on the roles. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you.